want to demonstrate a method that my dad learned for budding mangoes back in the 30s, and it was in practice for a long time. Parts of it are still in use. He found it was important to have the rootstock tree in a condition of growth where it was just breaking new foliage, and while the stem was still green, he was actually using it on young seedlings, but these seedlings have not attained the size yet for me to demonstrate on them. He would usually put the buds in very low, just above the seed where they sprouted from the seed, but the diameter there is too small yet for me to use that as demonstrating. Actually, this particular growth is just the right size, but still the seedling is too small. That's why I am using this older seedling and just going to do the demonstration higher up on it where the diameter is only about 1/4 of an inch, maybe getting close to 3/8 of an inch diameter. The procedure, use a simple tool as a razor blade for the removal of a little section of bark, which was the purpose of that section to be removed was to enable the eye to get make its entrance to go underneath the bark. That I will show right here. We will try that right up here by making 2 horizontal cuts. They're about 3/16 or 1/4 of an inch apart. Flip that piece of bark loose. Well, it should come out. Maybe this is not in this. There. You can see that little white speck in there. And then below that, make a horizontal cut just a little ways with the point of that razor blade to open that up. Get it. Well done. I was not the one doing this work. It was my aunt most of the time. But I saw how it was done, and I've done it myself on some trees. Anyway, when that is prepared, then we cut a bud. This is a bud that the leaf has been off for a long time. I just usually when they were doing this work, they would go and purposely prepare a lot of budwood for it. Anyway, they would, with the razor blade, cut out the bud, and you go deep enough down to get into the wood. Underneath the eye, pull it on through, and usually it's a trick to get it so it doesn't fall down on the ground, but I think we got it. And this all works well. This will slide in. So it's splitting out the bark, and you see that it's doing that? I'm going to use the back side of this razor. It may be easier so you see the bud going down in there. Nope, that's not going to be easy. We just slide that down using fingernail pressure. Bring it in there. It's tending to split the bark because, well, this tree is just not in as healthy a condition as I wish it was. But that should slide down there and just there. See how it's sliding on down in there? And the bark is not split back here now. Get her. get a good view of that. Now we wrap it up. Close the whole thing up. That bark pull down tight against the bud that was slipped in there is supposed to keep it from drying out and hold it there until there has been a callus form between. Yep. This is the tedious part. I always envied how my aunt could do it so quickly and do hundreds of them in a day. I've got to have this at a different angle, if you don't mind. I want to set that down here. Maybe I can do it better. Don't talk to me now, Austin. I see you walking up here. You want to see what I'm doing. While I'm trying to tie, you can come see, just don't talk to me. I'm demonstrating here how to tie the rubber around this eye bud that I put in here, slipped it underneath the bark so that the bark is being used to hold the bud in place. And I wish I had more limber fingers. It's just one of those things. And my aunt was a pianist and organist, and she did real good in doing these, but I'm not my aunt. Anyway, once I get that tied, this will discourage anybody from trying it when they see how difficult it is for me. Well, and this is just some of the easy parts of it. Some of the difficulties come in exercising your patience, waiting for it to see there. Now it's all closed off. Can you see that all right?
Yep.
Set that back up there. We let that set there for about 30 days, and then actually it would help, now that other materials are available, to wrap that with something like saran wrap, something to help ensure that it stays moist. But then you've got to come back and undo it. And if the bud's alive in there, then it's time to start forcing it. And that is a process involved in taking all of the other eyes that are trying to force their way out and grow, to take them off, so that the only thing left to grow is a little eye that you inserted of the variety that you intend the tree to be. And that little eye will carry with it all of the characteristics of maturity and the features of that particular variety, so that within a couple or three, usually 3 to 4 years, the tree would be big enough and strong enough to begin holding fruit of the variety that you intended for it to be. So, any more comments, questions on that right now?
Sounds good.
Hope it works for you. Thank you. Now, did you get to see what you came to see?